Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Football Queensland's presentation of the NPLW. It's round 21 and it's Thursday night football from Ballinger Park on the Sunshine Coast. I'm Darren Lutton and welcome. Players are out on the field. It's a chilly Thursday night. Very rare to be showing football on a Thursday night, isn't it? Be very interesting to see how many viewers we have out there this evening. All right, let's quickly run through the team sheets. So for the home team, the Sunshine Coast Wanderers, who are tonight playing in their away strip of green. In goals, Katie Tealby. Number 2, Hayley Hunter. Number 3, Cassandra Bowman. Number 5, Natalie Russell. Number 6, Amy Scott. Number 8, Brooke Williams. Number 9, Samara Christmas. Number 10, Chloe Isbell. Number 13, Taylor Lee. Number 14, Kira Guy. Number 15, Carmel Murphy Pollard. And on the bench, it's an all under 17s bench. Sarah Walker, Riley Marr, and Raya Collins. For the Jets, who are playing in their traditional yellow and black strip, in goal, Rachel Oates. Number 3, Alexandra Schaefer. Number 4, Alexandra Walker. Number 5, Lauren Askin. Number 6, Tyler Harrison. Number 12, Christy New. Number 13, Megan McGilligan. Number 16, Whitney Howson. Number 19, Madalena Daniels. Number 20, Jasmine Perrin. Number 21, Rachel Oates. Number 23, Jemima Head. On the bench, Coco Majstorovic, Jessica Gibson, Jasmine Sallin and Lauren Spreadborough. In Total Tools, referee Rachel Mitchinson gets us underway. Her assistants tonight are Samson Byrne and Samuel Turner. Now this match was due to be played on the weekend. We just see this shot goes straight in. Well, what a start to the game. 1-0 to the Jets already. Just a simple turnover. Take it into the goal. And understand that Megan McGilligan was the scorer. I must confess, I barely saw it. So a very bright start here for the Jets. I was going to mention in tonight's game that we guarantee that we're going to get some goals this evening. Both teams like to have a go. The Jets have got off to a fantastic start. So it's a very cool evening here on the Sunshine Coast. A lot of dew on the ground. It's a little bit hazy. On the drive up here, there was a fire at around about Dacabin, which is just on the northern outskirts of Brisbane. And it seems that the wind has brought some of that smoke around because it's a little bit hazy, a little bit of a smell in the air. So I was mentioning that this match was scheduled to be played on the weekend, but for reasons which I'll go into very shortly, got rescheduled for tonight. The Sunshine Coast players had a prior commitment and they'd certainly wish to express their gratitude to Moreton Bay for going ahead with the reschedule. Kira Guy going all the way back to the keeper. She looks to build again through Isbell. She's turned over possession. There's McGilligan. Askin finds McGilligan. Another chance for the Jets. And on the second attempt, Moreton Bay have their second. Well, ominous signs here for the home team. Just the 3rd minute in, and they're already 2 goals down. Going to credit Jasmine Perrin with the first goal in the first minute. So already we're at 2-0. Coach Jim Slater, I heard him in the sheds pre-game talking about this side maintaining their shape, maintaining their defensive pressure. He couldn't imagine a worse start for his team. So thank you for tuning in this evening. You're of course watching us either via Facebook Live or YouTube. If you are watching via Facebook Live, you're welcome to comment on tonight's fixture. I'll be putting a website very shortly. So hopefully I'll get the first comments up for the evening. But again, more about that shortly. So here come the Jets on the attack. So understand that we have a black screen at the moment. Do apologise for that. We will attempt to tidy that up as quickly as possible. All right. Hopefully you should be able to see us now. Yes, the lights were turned on. All right, a chance now for the Jets. Good infield ball. Out for McGilligan. McGilligan links up with Walker. Working down the left-hand side. Can't get past Hunter. Jets coming forward again. Askin. He's back for Christy New. Loves to get forward out of defence. Back for Harrison. I'm just about to link a website on now via the Facebook feed, and I was just confirming that I had the address correct here. That'll be www.jadeslegacy.com.au. Okay. Thankfully, we've all spelt that correctly. All right, one of the reasons why this match is being played on the Thursday night rather than on the weekend. Earlier this season, the Sunshine Coast Wanderers lost one of their players, Jade Dixon. She was involved in a car accident. There were 2 people in the car. She was the passenger. The driver was a P-plater. The Jets go into attack. Cleared by the defence, and it runs out of play. So yes, Jade unfortunately passed away en route to the hospital, which saddened everyone in the footballing community. But the club have decided to do something. The club and the family have decided to do something about it. They've set up the website, which I've linked on the in the comments section. And you'll see that they're trying to raise money to lobby the government. Come back to that just after this free kick. Ball goes in deep, over the head of McGilligan. Still there for the Jets. McGilligan again. Wanderers having to work hard. This is Isbell. Goes infield to Murphy Pollard. Loses out to Schaefer. Still there for the Jets. McGilligan. Walker. McGilligan. Walker couldn't quite run on. Christmas. Again, Wanderers trying very hard to get out of their own half and struggling to do so. At the moment, it's all Jets. So yes, with Jade Dixon's passing, the family decided that they would set up a fund to try and lobby the government to get P-plate drivers to do a defensive driving course as part of their completion of their Ps. So you couldn't get a licence until you've completed a defensive driving course, and they're currently lobbying governments to do so. Now on the weekend they had a fundraiser at Corbould Racecourse, and they raised about $30,000, which is a wonderful outcome for the club and for the charity. And so if you're interested in finding a little bit more information, I understand we're here for a football game. But as I said, I've put the link in the comments section. Please click on the link. If you wish to make a donation, there's a section there where you can. Also after a little bit more information. And the stats are pretty compelling too. They've done some good research so far. The money raised is to do more research and lobby the correct people and try and get some legislation in place to ensure that our new drivers are well skilled. Should something go wrong, that they know how to deal with it. I must confess, I haven't done a defensive driving course, and when you do have those curly incidents, can certainly very scary situation. Quite probably everyone should do a course. But let's get back to the football. We're 12 minutes in. It's currently 2-0 to the Jets. Blinding start from the away team. This is, of course, 12th versus 4th. Jets looking to maintain their top 4 place. Both these clubs new to the competition this year. The Jets have done some extremely prudent recruiting. I've got a great team together. Talking to the coaching staff pre-game, they're already making plans for next season and having discussions about who they want to keep and how they can ensure that their great form this season isn't just a one-season wonder. Again, the Wanderers having to work so hard to get the ball out of their own half. This time they're unsuccessful. It's new. Going forward for Perrin. Gallagher got a foot to the cross. Wanderers defence doing enough. It's nice to see Katie Teal be getting a look in this evening. Regular goalkeeper Celeste Peterson is away on holidays at the moment. Tealby is the goalkeeper coach at the Wanderers. So good to see her getting on the field, putting in an appearance. Rare foray into the attacking half for the Wanderers. Murphy Pollard loses out to Askin, gives up the free kick. Because it's all about points at the moment for Moreton Bay in their race for the Final Four push. Gallagher. Chance now for the Wanderers to break. Here's Bill. Samara Christmas pushes out wide to the right-hand side. Play, of course, goes out to the left. And a rare touch for Rachel Oates. This is round 21 of the NPLW, just 5 weeks to go until we hit the finals. It is, of course, hotting up in that race for the championship. Here come the Jets. Perrin goes crossfield, finds Schaefer. Askin will tidy up for the Jets. She can't find a teammate. Isbell, Christmas. Carmel Murphy Pollard. Goes infield, finds Christmas. Samara Christmas, the leading goal scorer for the Wanderers this season with 13 goals. Now a chance for the Jets to break. This is McGilligan. The touch over the top. Just wide. Ballinger Park is normally a hive of activity. Pretty quiet this evening though. There was quite a few numbers here before this game. Of course, Thursday night being a training night. Not too many have hung around for the game. Those that are here, though, certainly taking in the action. Murphy-Pollard. Hunter. Surrenders possession to the Jets. Christy New switches play out to the right-hand side. So the past 10 minutes have given the Wanderers a chance just to settle things down. Those early goals will have certainly rocked them and affected their confidence. They've at least now got a toehold in this game. Lovely cross just over the head of Walker. Askin tidies up. Across, evades McGilligan. Schaefer puts play out to the right-hand side. New. Good infield ball to find Schaefer again. The Jets have a corner. So the Sunshine Coast Wanderers are in 12th place on the ladder. They've played 18 games, so they've still got a few to catch up on. They've won 3 games this season with 1 draw, 14 losses. They've scored 31 goals this season and 77 against. That's the real issue for this side. It's been their defence. Having said that, they've got the 12th best attack and the 11th best defence in the competition. Corner comes in. Walker. One range attempt from New is blocked. Still there for the Jets. Lovely header. Moreton Bay have their 3rd goal. And Ali Schaefer adds to the scoring. So we're 20 minutes in. It's Sunshine Coast Wanderers 0. Moreton Bay Jets 3. In the reverse match this season, it was 6-1 at half-time to the Jets. The score finished 6-1, so maybe we'll see history repeat itself and we'll see all the scoring in the first half. It's all pretty standard stuff for the Jets so far. They look to be cruising in this game. 3-0 up and still in 2nd gear. That touch from McGilligan. Just a little bit too wide. It's a struggle to keep it in play, and she's unable to do so. So the points that the Wanderers gained this season was a 3-3 draw against Western Pride, a 5-4 win against Capalaba, 2-1 win against Mudgeeraba. We, of course, streamed that match. And 4-3 against the Western Pride. So the Pride have surrendered 4 points to the Wanderers this season. Harrison. The Jets look to stream forward again. Out wide for Perrin. It's a good cross in. Lovely touch from McGilligan. The Golden Boot leader adds to her total. And that's her 2nd. 23 minutes in, and it's 4-0 to the Jets. Well, I said you'd see some goals this evening. And the Jets have certainly obliged. It's got to be all about pride for the Wanderers at the moment. Just trying to stem this flow. Schaefer with some good control. This is a very bumpy pitch. Very forgiving for the players. And that it's soft underfoot. And as you can see, a lot of these passes along the ground are bumping. The Wanderers have their first corner. So the Jets just have McGilligan forward. So 10 players in the box. Good corner in. Cleared by Moreton Bay. And that touch by Russell. Got her angles wrong. I think she might have got cramped as she tried to put that cross in. Jet foot in the way. Good little bit of possession here for the Sunshine Coast.
Put her under that! Put her under!
Turnover now. Jets go back to New and Harrison. Schaefer. Got Walker on the left-hand side. Tripped up this time. Isbell goes inside with a good pass. Finds Scott. Back to Isbell. Christmas. This is good from the Wanderers. Perhaps not quite the right option with that forward pass. Wanderers with another chance now. Isbell. Finds Scott. Strong defensive work there from Harrison. Earns back possession for the Jets. Go, 27th minute of this game. This is Football Queensland's coverage of the NPLW. It's currently 4-0 to the Moreton Bay Jets. Moreton Bay, of course, in the hunt for the top 4. They're in a right royal battle with the Raw NTC. Chance now for Isbell. The Jets' defence does enough. Jemima ahead with the good work. Schaefer and Walker. Now the Wanderers with possession. Isbell gets squeezed out by Howson. Isbell again. Just ferocious pressing here from the Jets. Schaefer goes for a run now down the left-hand side. Looking for enough space to get across in. She'll do so. the most confident piece of defending there from the Wanderers, but effective enough. Now look to go quickly. Christmas with the step over. That pass just goes behind Christmas. The Jets now will look to go quickly. Here's a little bit of space for Perrin. Perrin still going. So that's McGilligan. Lovely run there from Megan McGilligan. Just under the half-hour mark, and already this game looks a little bit stretched. McGilligan again. She's on a hat trick. Good save from Tilby. Deflection fell very conveniently straight into her hands. Walker. Cleared by the Wanderers. Schaefer with a long-range attempt. Straight down the throat of Tilby. Enjoying the contribution from Whitney Howson in this game so far. Seems to be starting these attacks very well. And there's the shot from McGilligan, and there's a hat trick. In the 31st minute, Megan McGilligan has a hat trick, and the Moreton Bay Jets have their 5th. Well, it's almost a training drill here for the Jets at the moment. They're cutting through this Wanderers defence with ease. The Wanderers players look a little bit dispirited at the moment. Coach Jim Slater will be looking forward to the halftime break so we can settle his players down. They just don't seem to be covering the attacking runs at the moment. We've got no answer for the pace of this front three. New. Daniels. Free kick there to Moreton Bay. Chance now for the Wanderers just to set themselves. They don't look very organised at the moment. Really lacking that leader just to be pointing players, getting them in the right position. Like a very dispirited bunch at the moment. They just need that midfield or defensive leader to just take control and organise their team. Walker. Again, a little bit of indecision there from the Wanderers. Gives the Jets another opportunity. They now have a corner. Moreton Bay are in 4th place at the moment. They've played 19 games, one more than the Wanderers. They've won 13, drawn 1, lost 5. 71 goals for and 26 goals against. They've got the fourth best attack and the 4th best defence. So it's wholly appropriate that they are in 4th place. As this corner comes in, it's pretty deep. Top of the square. Header from Christmas looking for his bell. Christy New with a little bit too much class, winning possession, but then giving it straight back to the Wanderers. Ambitious pass from Christmas, looking downfield. Murphy Pollard not quite quick enough. Schaefer. Perrin. Perrin's cross, too deep, out of play. So the big results for Moreton Bay this season was their 14-2 win over Mudgeeraba. We, of course, streamed that match. And a 4-1 win over the Raw NTC. Raw NTC, of course, are in 5th place. Same number of points, played a game less. But the signature result for Moreton Bay this season was their 3-2 win over the Gap. We, of course, streamed a couple of weeks ago their 2-2 draw against Lions. Which was a cracking match. The Jets, one of those teams that have just built their way into this season and just grown as a team and as a unit, and just looking comfortable, like they belong in this competition. And certainly, earlier on in the season when we covered one of their games, you're just looking at the players in the warm-up, a little bit out of sync, not quite at the races. But now they're a well-drilled unit, looking very sharp, full of enthusiasm. With McGilligan in their team now, they've got a proven goal scorer who just looks to be the missing piece. So if they can hold on and make the finals, any team playing against the Jets in the finals will certainly be concerned. Murphy Pollard gets around Harrison. Cross in, looking for Christmas. Isbell. Not a bad little passage of play there for the Wanderers. It'll be encouraging for them. Harrison with time and space. Passes off going forward responsibilities to Christy New. They've been a fantastic defensive pairing this season. Christy New, of course, from Olympic last year, and Harrison from Mitchelton. That ball's still in play. Infield finds Schaefer. Important intervention. And the Wanderers will clear. It's all just a little bit too easy going forward for the Jets at the moment. Jets will be looking for double figures out of this game. For and against could be a factor in the race for 4th place. But here's a chance now for the Wanderers. It's saved but not collected. Well, a good opportunity goes begging. Isabel's shot just a little bit too straight. All she had to do was miss the keeper with that shot. The Wanderers would have been on the board. So 6 minutes before the halftime break. It's currently 5-0 to the visitors. Here come the Jets again. Askin out for McElligott. Head. Back in field for Askin. Good touch there from Murphy Pollard. Finds Christmas, who's looking for runners. A little bit slow. It's the correct link up, but here's a chance now for Isbell. Great work from Harrison. Just too much speed. You'd think that in the competition that Chloe Isbell was playing in last season, that she would have taken that opportunity straight into the goals. This year, it's a different story. The players that they're playing against, a little bit quicker, a little bit more experience. Harrison. Back across for New. This time it's Harrison's turn to come forward. Pick out a pass. She does well to find McElligott. Opportunity now for Walker. He's inside the box. The offside flag goes up. Play started quickly. Isbell with the first touch, letting it down. Wanderers went into this season with great promise. They started their pre-season in October last year. Getting great support from the local press. Been great ambassadors for the Sunshine Coast. This team will get better with the experience. There's no imports in the Sunshine Coast team, all local players. Just a couple from Brisbane. Made the trip up to get some game time. Chance now for the Jets. Shot goes wide. So I have to confess, at the beginning of the season, I thought that the Wanderers would be performing better in this competition than they are. Had a fantastic season last year. They recruited well. They have found the step up in quality. Quite difficult to contend with. Hopefully in the second half we'll see the players adapting a little bit more. I'd really like to see them focus a lot more on their shape in the second half. We're getting pulled out of position far too easily. As Perrin's shot shows, McElligott with the double hat trick. Desperate clearance from the Wanderers defence. Wanderers need to hold on for another couple of minutes. Nice fake from McElligott. So yes, I'd like to see the Jets perhaps utilise their bench. There's a few players that could do with a bit of game time. Lauren Spreadborough back from injury. Sits up for Schaefer. Askin with a heavy touch. And Christmas can't link up with Isbell. Those two players always looking out for each other, linking up extremely well. So yes, in the halftime break, you'd hope that for the Jets, it's all about getting game time for some of those players that perhaps haven't had as many minutes this season as they would have hoped. And for the Wanderers, perhaps focusing a little bit more on their shape and being more organised than they were in that first half. As we come to the halftime break, been a blistering start to the game for Moreton Bay, scoring in the first minute through Jasmine Perrin. And following up a couple of minutes later with Megan McElligott with her first of 3 goals. Ali Schaefer gets her name on the score sheet as well. So as we go into this halftime break, it's the Sunshine Coast Wanderers 0, Moreton Bay United 5. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
I could watch them all day. Even though here, you don't feel like you need to. These are the moments I'll remember. You see, to me, it's not so much just having us all together, but finding a place that really brings us together. That's what makes Oaks Oasis special. When you only get a few chances, it's important to make them count. After all, memories don't make themselves.
We did great today.
Corner. About headed clear. I think Weatherby, and then it's hooked in again. That's a fine goal. Certainly.
Hey guys, it's Andy here checking in from Football Queensland's home base. We're back here. Unfortunately, Kerry, the partner in crime, couldn't be here today as she was a bit scared away from me beating her at all the challenges, so she's ran back home. No, she's actually struck with football fever, unfortunately. So hopefully you're enjoying watching the World Cup, and thank you very much to everyone that came out to our road trip and enjoyed the sessions. Thank you very much to the hosts, the players, the coaches, everyone that made it possible. So thank you very much, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for the highlights of the trip next. I'm out. See you next time, guys.
We're just out here watching some mini-roos train. Morning guys, it's Andy here in the Tinny Cahill. We've got Kerry here driving as well in the Tin Cahill. Morning! We're here en route to Gladstone, so we're on our way. We've left Harvey Bay, Maryborough and Bundaberg now, so day 3, and we're getting ready for a Gladstone clinic tonight. favourite part of tonight? Playing the soccer game, unbelievable. Did you have lots and lots of fun tonight? Brilliant stuff. And who will you be supporting in the World Cup? Who will you be supporting in the World Cup?
The Socceroos.
Oh, fantastic. Give me a high five.
Okay, right, Dingo challenge. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Hey guys, it's Andy and Kerry here. We're en route to Mackay. We've decided just to get out, have a stretch of the legs and have a bit of a kick to get some touches on the ball. But right now we're just about to go have a snicky snacky snoo. Take care.
Hey guys, breaking up the journey. We're between Bowen and Townsville at Gumley Fresh Fruits. The challenge is on. Can we get the ball into the melon?
Hey Kerry, you didn't say we had to kick it. Hey guys, it's Andy just checking in. We have got Kerry with us, however she's a little bit sick at this stage if we look. She actually has a bit of World Cup fever. We're loving this World Cup, guys. This is awesome. We are on the road. We're in southwest Queensland this time round. Kerry, where are we tonight?
We are in Dolby tonight, Toowoomba and then Stanthorpe.
Go Socceroos!
And that's all from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
Welcome back to Ballinger Park for this round 21 NPLW clash between the Sunshine Coast Wanderers and the Moreton Bay Jets. And the news is all good for the visiting team. Moreton Bay are up 5-0 at the moment. They got off to a brilliant start in this game, going up 2-0 in the opening 4 minutes. Golden Boot leader Megan McGilligan has a first half hat-trick. Understand that Kappa are giving away $500 in gear to the winners of the Golden Boot this season. And it's going to take a monumental effort from strikers of the other teams for McGilligan not to win that. I saw a Facebook comment during the week suggesting that the prize should be shared between the Jets and the Gold Coast. Now, before we get underway in the second half, didn't mention the sponsors who are supporting both of these clubs. The Sunshine Coast Wanderers, they are very proudly supported by Sunshine Mitre 10. I understand those guys are mighty helpful. And for the Moreton Bay Jets, Hanno's Car Care and Albany Creek Physio. We, of course, thank our sponsors, one of the club's sponsors, for supporting football in this area. It's greatly appreciated. We're underway in the second half. What can the Wanderers do to salvage this situation and get something out of this game? Has to be said, the Jets haven't worked too hard to get their 5-0 lead. They've been clearly the better side. Hopefully the Wanderers can improve their performance in the second half. Really make a contest of this match. Daniels trying to get around and in behind Sunshine Coast defence, but she runs out of pitch. This is, of course, a rarity. Thursday night football, as I mentioned in the first half. The Sunshine Coast Wanderers had a function on the weekend for Jade's legacy. Jade Dixon, a under-17s player at this club, was involved in a car accident earlier in the season. The family have started a charity in order to lobby governments and get all P drivers to do a defensive driving course. They had an event on the weekend at Corbald Park, raised just over $30,000. Advised of the event nearer the date. Gilgit trying to make a nuisance of herself. Hunter going for a run. Play cut out by Daniels. Schaefer finding McGilligan. Looking for options in the middle, gets across in. He's in between players, still there for Walker. Daniels. Gilligan. Tries to get around Hunter, it's unsuccessful. Should mention that Jade Dixon was a twin. And her sister Georgia is here tonight. We're going to have a little chat to her. Unfortunately, the scaffolding that we're broadcasting this match on, not quite appropriate for 3 people, unfortunately. So for safety reasons, we decided against bringing her up. This is a shame. I understand she was looking forward to having a chat to you all and telling you all about Jade's legacy. So this weekend in all the competitions, we've got a catch-up weekend. So Football Queensland won't be streaming any of those matches. I'll run through shortly what those matches are going to be in all the competitions. Pretty bright start to the second half here for the Wanderers. Encouraging signs so far. Well, couldn't quite find Christmas. Lovely ball there for Perrin. Jasmine Perrin. Chip just goes a little bit too wide. And there's triple threat from the Jets. Got Walker on the left-hand side, who's short and pacey and skillful. Perrin on the right-hand side, who's tall and fast. And McGilligan in the middle. He just has power, as well as grace. Pretty tantalising forward line that the Jets have put together. They play a pretty exciting brand of football. Very good to watch. Very easy on the eye. Particularly when you consider the back line for the Jets, who love to bring the ball forward. The midfield's pretty strong too. It's a potent mix for the Moreton Bay Jets. I'll run through shortly about what they need to do to maintain their top 4 place. Maybe even sneak in a little bit higher. The teams above them would need to drop a considerable number of games though. Just looking at the fixtures left. The offside flag goes up. Looking at the fixtures left for Moreton Bay and the Roar NTC. They will decide who are this year's champions. This looks like Moreton Bay will be going to clear their bench. Lauren Spreadborough comes on for Tilly Harrison. Lauren Spreadborough back from injury. I understand that she had an ankle complaint. After a strong start to the season. Good to see her back on the pitch. And good opportunity for her to get some game time. Coming up to the finals. That's Jacqueline Sally, number 11. She was a half-time replacement. Looks like she's taken the field in place of Lauren Askin. So the Moreton Bay Jets captain gets an early night. What about you out there? Bit of a late night for us here on a Thursday night. Bringing you Thursday night football. The game started at 8 o'clock, so late night viewing on a school night. We thank you for your company. We hope you're enjoying Football Queensland's broadcast. And the Wanderers have a corner. Just while we wait for that, of course, next Wednesday night, the FFA Cup, the men's competition, the round of 32 commences. Lions FC will be taking on Olympic. Stand tickets are $10 for that match. So this corner comes in. And just over the bar. From Schaefer. She was a little bit concerned there for a moment. But yes, $10 at Lions Stadium next week. Asked Lions about that, about charging the fee, and apparently it's an FFA directive that they are required to charge an entrance fee of minimum $10 for the match. Lions didn't want to charge for the game, but they're in a situation where they are required to. I understand that funds from that match are going to go to the Pararoos. Always good to see big-time football at Lions Stadium. The Wanderers are about to make a substitution. Riley Maher is the player coming on. Brooke Williams is the player being substituted. So I mentioned that the Wanderers have an under-17s bench tonight. Naomi Scott is still on the field for the Wanderers. She's also been promoted from the under-17s. That shot goes wide. Interesting mindset for both teams at the moment. The game is done and dusted. The points are safely in the Jets' hands. The Jets go for the kill. Try and rack up as many goals as possible. Do they focus on perhaps something that they worked on in training during the week? For the Wanderers, they seem to have stemmed the flow so far. They've had a few moments of their own. If we go through the remainder of the season, the Wanderers actually, draw opens up for them a little bit after this game. They have some games where they can consider themselves good chance to get some points, move up that ladder. Samara Christmas scored 90 goals in the local league last season. 13 from 18 games this year is a respectable haul. Scott. Offside flag goes up. Promising play breaks down. Moreton Bay. Walker just easily turns her defender. Win there for the Wanderers. Couldn't quite find Christmas with the through ball. Gilby comes out quickly to tidy up. It goes to Schaefer, who looked to put in a long attempt at goal. Thought the better of it. The Wanderers have looked a bit better in this half already. It's been a good response for them. Christy New. Let's play out to the left-hand side. Lovely 1-2. Tilby will come out quickly. Tidy up. Russell puts the ball out in front of Christmas. New covers well. Spreadborough. Daniels. Wanderers now have the ball in good field position. Scott. She's been bright in this second half. Chance now for McGilligan. She's got space in front of her. Only one defender to beat. Goes for the crossfield ball. Good save. Perrin didn't look very confident taking on that shot. Very bumpy part of the pitch there. It wasn't the cleanest of deliveries. As Daniels goes for a run.
Great work, girls.
Daniels again. Falls over at an important moment. Ma. Good play here from the Wanderers. Play breaks down at an important moment. Perrin and McGilligan seem to have swapped positions. Perrin normally plays on the right-hand side. She's gone over to the left. Here's a chance now for the Wanderers. Inside for Christmas. Shots blocked. And that's in the goal! Well, the Wanderers have been better in this half. Natalie Russell gets her name on the score sheet. In the 62nd minute, the Wanderers are on the board.
Hey, come on, what are we talking about half-time?
We were talking before about the Jets not having to get out of second gear. Maybe that goal might be a little bit of a shake-up. They need to get their intensity back up. Encouraging sign for the Wanderers. Well taken goal. Perrin. Howson. Passing again. Daniels loses the handle on the ball, which will go out of play. So I mentioned that Football Queensland won't be streaming matches this weekend as it's a catch-up round. I'll just go through some of those games. Here's another chance here for the Wanderers. Murphy Pollard. Just needed to keep going on the left-hand side. Just wanted to come back in and get on her right foot. That's where the defence was. Sally. Pass in behind McGilligan. Cut out by Daniels. McGilligan. Good defensive work there from Sunshine Coast. Good passage of play here from both teams. The intensity has lifted since that goal. So Moreton Bay will be playing again this weekend on Sunday. They're taking on the Gold Coast. Gold Coast United at 5:30. I understand that's the only catch-up match being played this weekend. Which means that the Royal NTC have a lot of games to catch up with as the penalty is given. Well, by the letter of the law, there was a touch there. Looks like Ali Schaefer's going to take the penalty. And Katie Tilby gets an opportunity to show all of her experience. It's Schaefer v Tilby. And it's off the post and wide. Well, missed opportunity there for the Jets. Schaefer had her hands on her hip. So shot hit the right post. She had the keeper beaten. And deflection off the post we thought was going to go into the net on the other side. It went out of play. Jets have the ball again though. Walker. Schaefer will be all fired up after missing that penalty. And another shot off the post. So just running through some of those other games that are scheduled this weekend. Surely the Royal NTC must have a game scheduled. I haven't come across that, I have to confess. But in the NPL, Lions are taking on North Queensland. Gold Coast are taking on Brisbane City. Magpies hosting the Pride. Tilby collects. Cairns hosting the Brisbane Strikers. And Redlands take on Olympic. You have QPL. Again, Tilby comes out quickly. You have QPL, Wide Bay hosting Souths. Managerless, Southside Eagles host Logan. Easts taking on Mitchelton. And the Holland Park Hawks will be playing the Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Deep clearance there from Oates. Lovely touch to get it past one defender. It's great work from New. She's just so comfortable on the ball, isn't she? Schaefer lining up a shot. Surely she'll pull the trigger now. Shot a little bit too straight. Tilby reaches out high to clean up. There's nice energy about this game at the moment. The first half was flat. Things have certainly picked up in the second. Perrin can't find a teammate. Jets will come again, Schaefer. Lovely ball. Gallagher's first touch, just let it down. Play cut out by Spreadborough. The Jets make another substitution. Jessica Gibson is the player coming on. Jasmine Perrin. Her shift has ended for the evening. So 20 minutes to go in this game. Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1, Moreton Bay Jets 5. Wanderers are actually leading the second half. But here's another chance for McGilligan. Ball just ran away from her. Slight slope down that end of the field. Hunter. A little stray with her pass. Just in behind Taylor Lee. Jets come again. Nice touches there from Sally. And again the ball runs away from her. Don't forget, I'll be interviewing both coaches after this match on the Funny Old Game website. Last time we interviewed Sunshine Coast Wanderers coach Jim Slater. An incredible amount of views. Very popular man. This is Walker. Daniels. Walker with the overlapping run. Daniels didn't quite see it. Some good defensive work there from Hayley Hunter. So you might have seen today that Westfield Matilda's coach Alan Stadgic named his 20-player squad for the Tournament of Nations. 9 Queenslanders featured in that squad, including a 15-year-old Queenslander who grew up in Cairns. She's currently playing in Sydney for Bankstown City. Mary Fowler is the player's name. One to look out for in the future. So there are 2 players that were uncapped. 9 players out of 20 from Queensland in the Matilda squad. Just shows what a fabulous footballing nursery it is in this area, in this state, that we produce players of high quality. Of course, this league is a sprinkling of ex-Matildas. Ball still in the box here for the Jets. Wanderers doing enough to concede a corner. Schaefer having to go from one side to the other. So yes, Mary Fowler impressed in the AFF Women's Championship in Indonesia, scoring 10 goals in 6 matches for the young Matildas, including 5 goals in Australia's 3rd fixture against Cambodia. This corner comes in. Can't be cleared. Spreadborough with plenty of time. So there's Christy New. That's Lauren Spreadborough. Turnover. Chance for the Wanderers to go. Ma distributes out wide. Back infield for Russell. I've enjoyed her contribution this evening. Ma again. Sally. Back for Tilby. A lot of players out of position at the moment. Chance now for them to get back into position. They haven't quite done so yet. A good chance here for the Jets if they're good enough and can pick out their passes. McGilligan. Salutes the run from Walker. Scotty Walker. And the shot just over the bar. Shot there from Gibson.
Keep working up there, Sammy. Amy, keep working up there. Nat, keep working up there.
So just running through the other matches this weekend. In round 21. Southwest Queensland Thunder 2, Lions 7. And the win for the Lions keep them in top place. In joint top place. Western Pride 1, Logan 4. Good win for the Lightning there.
Stop the shot.
Range attempt from Schaefer is blocked. Raw NTC, they've been brilliant since the National Championships. They've come back and won every game. Had a good 3-1 victory over Mitchelton. Gap had a 6-1 win over Gold Coast. Gold Coast scored in the first minute of that game. Of course, we had a goal in the first minute tonight. Madrabar 0, Easts 4. And South United 1, Capalabar 0. This match, of course, is the completion of round 21. Cross cleared by Hunter. Chance here for Christmas. Good defensive work from Spreadborough. It's still here for the Wanderers. Just squeezed out by the Jets defence. Walker.
Slow it down, slow it down.
Gibson's run was impeded. McGilly gets flagged for offside.
Keep it going up there, keep it going up there. Great work in there, Carlo.
So just over 10 minutes left in this game. Been a much better second half from the home team. Of course, the damage was done in the first half.
Great ball, kids.
Jets were 2-0 up after 4 minutes. That's Rachel Oates in the Moreton Bay goal. Regular keeper Majstorovic getting the night off. Here's a chance now. McGilligan tries to set up Walker. Perhaps she should have taken it on herself.
There's only one defender there. Not offside.
Long range attempt.
Good save.
Blocked away. Whitney Howson with the shot. And the Jets have a corner.
How you doing, Haley?
Few players have their hands on hips at the moment.
Come on, girls.
Ellie Hunter's come to the sideline, complaining of a sore back. The Wanderers will need to make a substitution. Still here for the Jets though. New. I'm astounded by the number of times that Christy New gets forward. I'm sure we will see her in the forward line at some point. The ball's bundled over the line. The Jets have their sixth. Jaslyn Sally with the goal. She's made a good impact since coming on. The Wanderers empty their bench. So Hunter and Murphy Pollard are the players coming off. And Walker and Collins are the players coming on. And the Wanderers have used all their substitutions. Just under 8 minutes to go in regular time. May have perhaps been Whitney Howson who scored that goal. Both her and Sally look very similar. Similar height, similar build.
You got a ball, Matt?
That ball runs out of play for a corner. So I mentioned earlier in this half that the draw opens up a little bit for the Wanderers after this match. As the corner comes in. Now the Wanderers all clear, but it's straight back to Schaefer. He's going to deliver the ball again. That shot by McGilligan, straight to Tilby. So the Wanderers have 8 matches remaining. They're taking on Souths, Capella, Raw NTC, Logan, and Gold Coast United at home. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches left at home. And they only have to go to the Thunder and Mudgeeraba away. And those are 2 matches where they'd fancy their chances at getting some points. So a reasonable draw for them on the way home as they see out this 2018 season. Opportunity for them to end the season on a high. I mentioned that Moreton Bay are playing their catch-up match against Gold Coast United on Sunday. And they've got the Thunder, Raw NTC and the Western Pride at home. Mudgeeraba and the Gap away. Now that game against the Gap is in round 25, which I suspect will be absolutely crucial in determining who is this year's champions. Long range attempt there from Russell. Daniels had a little bit of space to run into. Finds Gibson, who leaves the ball behind her. Spedborough finds Walker. This is good from the Jets. Walker can't quite find Gibson, but it sits up nicely for McGilligan. And of course she was going to score. That's Megan McGilligan's 4th goal of the evening. And with 5 minutes to go, the Jets have their 7th. It's a nice goal there from Moreton Bay. Some good interplay down the right-hand side. Keeping the ball at feet. The cross didn't perhaps find its intended target. But McGilligan got herself involved and scores an easy goal. So yes, just looking at those remaining fixtures for Moreton Bay. There will be a team that determines who takes out this competition. That match against the Gap. Can't wait for it already. I hope we've got that penciled in for the live stream. All the teams at the top of the table keep winning. Of course, I think they all play each other between now and the end of the season as well. So it's been a fascinating competition. Of course, we saw Peninsula Power early winners of the FQPL last week. But in the NPL and the NPLW, it's all there for the taking. So it's going to be an enthralling next couple of weeks. Just repeating, Football Queensland are not streaming any of their catch-up games this weekend. It's a great opportunity for you to get out and go to a game. Check the club's Facebook pages and check the game times. Jets have a corner. A couple of minutes left to go in this game. Those of you that have stayed up to tune in tonight, thank you for your patronage. Been a tough night at the office here for the Wanderers. They've taken on some quality opposition. We've taken them to task. A good learning experience for the Sunshine Coast. They wouldn't be playing against teams of this quality too often. As that ball comes clear. Ball sent back into the mix. And Gilgit miscontrols her pass. A professional performance from the visitors tonight, who've done everything that's been asked of them. Perhaps I'll be disappointed that they've conceded. But when you score 7 and 5 in the first half, it's got to be difficult to maintain your intensity for a full 90 minutes. To be fair to the Wanderers, they have been pretty good in this second half. But a little bit more creative in their midfield play. The movement's been a little bit more dynamic. The offside flag goes up. A good experience for this young Wanderers team. All right, the full 90 now. Interesting to see how much injury time Total Tools referee Mitchison adds on. Of course, a few substitutions, no injuries that I can recall. Rachel Mitchinson, of course, is a W League standard referee. Checks her watch. And there it is. So comprehensive performance here tonight from the Moreton Bay Jets, who continue their march towards the finals. They maintain their 4th place. Pretty good second half there from the Wanderers. But at the completion of round 21 here at Ballinger Park, it's the Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1, Moreton Bay 7. I'm Darren Lutton on behalf of Connell Plunkett, who's producer and camera operator from Double Take. This is Football Queensland's coverage of the NPLW. Just a reminder, no matches streamed this weekend, so get out to your local club and watch a game. We'll see you next week.